share my screen. Just confirm.
Vamsi, before we go around, so I know we discussed the process and everything, from Wizard and everything, but we would also like to know, like, whenever you create maybe some material Wizard or any material, right? What are the Apex class and what exactly it would trigger in that case? So we also want to look at those Apex classes as well. We don't want to do in depth, but at least we wanted to know that as well. So I do not know when is the time that you're going to cover that, but we want to look at that as well. Just wanted to let you know from a technical perspective.
Yeah, you're looking for a like a technical flow, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
epics, yeah,
Yeah, like
correct.
let's just kick it off, Bombsy. I mean, we don't have to drill down into everything, but just an idea. Like if you say to me, hey, by the way, like release trigger handler, this is really important, and you talk to why it is, and stuff like that. That type of thing is very helpful. Like when
Yeah.
we're trying to orient to the software.
Yeah, sure, John. Yeah, we'll, we'll try to give you that if the time permits today. Else, we can take some other time next week
Yeah,
for the
we could
technical flow.
probably do it. I think we should get through what you planned for today. We just wanted to give you that as food for thought for the subsequent sessions.
Yeah, sure, John.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Uh, yeah, John. And you can find the important methods and which class being called in the presentation itself. See, this is a create button. So at the bottom we have the notes. So you can see which is the method being called here. And so in each and every presentation, I have mentioned this
Oh, got it. Okay, that's good to know.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
That's very helpful.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's really helpful.
you can see the material which is creating from template. So what are the
Mm-hmm.
methods being called? And see, it's like eye level. Like, see, I just defined the method, and it's related
Yeah,
to material. So obviously, it is from the material trigger, and that. So similar
yeah.
like video version, we have that. So here,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think that's what we that's what we needed. It's just that like when you create, this is just the high level thought, Mohan, that
yeah,
so if you create a material, right, you come back and
yeah,
say, oh, when you create a material, it's going to when you submit a material, it's going to create a V bomb, it's going to create A, B, and C, right?
yeah,
That flow you went through. So we are good with that. But at the
yeah,
same time, we just wanted to know when we create a material, what are
yeah,
the Apex classes being called in order to create VBOM, in order to create sales org lang, in order to create ZBVR Salesforce
yeah.
sales org lang. So that's what we wanted to know. We don't want to know like in depth what is in the code, but at least which class is being called. Does it make sense?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just today we'll see how the gift set material and the multi-pack material it's being created. So we'll make it first yeah. So you can able to see my wizard screen, right?
Yes, Mom.
Yeah. So see, in a single go, let us try to create three different materials. So first one, I'll just create the UHD. Actually, UHD is a material which is belongs to single pack type. Okay, and here we'll have second. We'll try to create gift set. Okay, this is a gift set material, and third we'll try to create some multi-pack material. So actually, speed table is having the pack type as multi-pack. So this belongs to multi-pack materials. Okay. Now one thing you understood, like, I mean, you can observe, like, see, once we added the single pack, so you can see the title section remains
Can anyone everyone hear?
No,
No,
I
no.
was about to say.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think.
Something happened.
Yeah. Mohan, are you back?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I'm
Mohan is
back.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
think I got it. Okay. Yeah, just I'm repeating. I have added three materials. One is for single, another one is for gift set, and another one is for multi-pack. Okay. By the template, we can know whether it's a gift set request or a single material type request or a speed table request. Uh, yeah. For the single, you can see the title section remain as it is, but for gift set and multi-packs, the title section is being removed. And even in the menu option, you can see we are having three options to choose. We can choose existing component and titles. But for the gift set and multi-pack, you can observe that we will have only the existing components. Okay, so now I'm trying to add the existing component. Okay, here. Okay, I am adding one existing component. Okay, so here as well, I'm trying to add existing components.
So can't we add FERT under a FERT, Mohan, like in old release force?
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to tell you. Just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I get some materials. Yeah, Dinakar. So for your question, see for the multi-packs, we can add only the FERT as a component. Okay, for gift set. Okay, so if I take this is a material which is being added to the single, I mean the material which is having the pack type for single. So I'm trying to add here. Okay. Yeah, you can see there is no record found here, but the same material can be added to the gift sets. And the same material can be added to the single request. But the components cannot be added to the multi-packs. So the only the FERT related materials can be added to the what to say, the multi-pack materials. So actually the multi-pack material is just it's a pack type is multi-pack, and this material also FERT material. Okay, so for the multi-pack we can add only the FERT. We can choose existing component as a FERTs. But for the gift set, we can choose FERTs. I mean, we can choose FERTs as well as non-FERTs. Okay, but for the single, just we can request only the, I mean, just we can add only the non-FERTs. Okay, so let's take here 360 1 to 0 1. Okay, everything is clear. So, and one more thing here is like we should have the material number on the material. So then only we can add those materials as a existing components. Okay, just don't confuse with this header here as a existing component. See the existing component only for, as I said, the component means non-FERTs. Okay, even in the button we have this is a existing component, but yeah, for the gift set we can add this existing component means we can add existing component as well as existing materials, and for these multi-pack material just we can add only the existing materials. Okay. So I'm trying to add this. Okay. Let me add the existing component. I need to have some just Yeah, so these are the FUT materials, and here we have mixed up, like we can have the FUT as well as the non-FUTs. Okay. And here we have only the non-FUT materials. Okay. So yeah, the important thing here is like for the gift set materials, we need to create a video version. And already we have seen how the video version is being created for this single request, because we have the title here. We'll create the VBOMs through VBOMs. I mean, we'll create the video version with this title and we'll use that. For the gift set, we need to create a video version, but we don't have the title. And similarly, for the multipack, we should have the video version, but we don't have any title section. Okay, so just I'm clicking next. Okay, so for gift set, what we are doing here is like, okay, we have added, see for the gift set material, we can add existing component as well as existing materials. Okay, so in this case, we have the existing material. So this existing material will be having the video version, and these video versions will be having the VBOMs. So from there we can take the titles. So if you are having two existing materials, from these two existing materials, we need to take the video versions, and from that video version, we need to take the titles and all those titles which should be added under the gift set. Okay, and with this title, I need to create some video version. So this is how the video version is being created for the gift set material. Okay, and this is, as we discussed already, this is for the single type, like the title which we have chosen in the screen one. With this title, we'll be creating the video version. But for the gift set, we have the existing material. In the second screen, for the gift set material, we can understand that. So which are the components we have added and which are the existing material we have added. So that will get separated in the screen too. Okay. Yeah, and for the multipack material, you can see we have only the existing components and we have the multipack material, but the video version is blanked out. So here, what we need to do here is like, we need to choose any one label code. Okay, I'll be choosing the universal pictures. Okay. So during the creation of the wizard, I need to go to this label code, and it is having one video version. So the video version will be unexploded video version. So I need to take this video version for the multi-pack material that I'm going to create here. So if I'm choosing the universal pictures label code, so I need to go to this label code, universal pictures. There we have one video version field. I need to take this video version and just I need to stamp it over the multi-pack material, which I'm going to create. Okay. So just click create. So you can see here and gift set material here. Okay, and this is And here we have single material. So just I can click on it. So yeah, see for the gift sets, we have existing material. From there we can choose the title, and in some case we will be having the two what do you call that two existing materials. So if we have the two existing materials, the allocation percentage needs to be splitted accordingly. See, for example, but it's not like the title. See, for title, if you are having the two means, just we are splitting it to 50-50. But here you can see that for one we have 33.33, for another we have 66.67. So how it is coming like, we have the quantity. So in the screen one, we have the quantity here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we have the quantity here. So based on this quantity, the allocation percentage for the existing material is being calculated. Okay, so for example, yeah. So if the quantity is, we have added two materials, material 1 and material 2. Okay. If the quantity is 1 and 1, so the allocation percentage is splitted among this cumulative of this two material. I mean the sum of the two material is 2, so it will divided into 2. So we will allocate 50% for the first material, and the allocation percentage for the second material is 50. But the same case, if the material 1 and material 2 is having 1 and 2. So in this case, we have three, I mean, we have the two existing materials. So total quantity is 3. So the 100 should be divided to 3. Okay. The 100 will be divided to 3. And so among 3, so the two portions will be given to the second material and one portion will be given to this first material. So which is like 33.33 and 67 point, yeah, whatever, 67 or so, which will make this 100. So in such a way that the allocation percentage is being calculated in the wizard. I mean for the materials, but for the titles, it's splitted among. For titles, we don't have any quantity. So if you have three materials, yeah, the 100 is divided. I mean the three materials will be divided among for those three VBOMs. I mean for the three titles. So we'll be calculating the allocation percentage for title by directly dividing by number of titles we have added. But for the materials, it's being calculated by uh, having the quantity. Okay. And yeah, all these notes, it's there in the presentation itself. Like for the multi-pack, we can add only the FUT material, and for gift set, we can add either FUT as well as the existing components. Okay. And as I said, yeah, the label code we need to choose for the multi-pack material. So which is required. So and the label code must have the video versions. So then only we can able to derive the video version for the multi-packs. Okay. So in case, yeah, if we don't, the video version is not having any video version. I mean, the label code is not having the video version value populated on it. So we'll get a error message like this. So we cannot choose such label code for the multi-pack material, because for the multi-pack, the video version is being derived from the label code. If such label code don't have any video version, so we cannot create the multi-pack. So we'll be throwing error on that. Yeah, this one we already discussed, like to navigate from the material tree for the corresponding materials. Yeah, and this is how. Yeah, you can see here, this is a material it's being created. Okay. Any doubt as of now with the single multi-pack and gift sets?
No, Mohan. No, Mohan.
Yeah. So yeah. Now we'll go to the material. Okay. Just a second. I will try to connect with other internet.
Very good, right, Mohan? You are able to hear it, right?
Yeah, I can able to hear, but I mean, the page is taking too much time to load actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, so see, we have seen like the bomb header is being created for the single material, but if you check the bomb headers for the gift set and the multipacks, see the two bomb headers will would have got created. One is with the usage 1 and another one is with the usage 5. Okay, so basically the usage 5 won't be having any bomb items. So we used to call it as the S bomb address and S bomb items if it has any bomb items underneath this. Okay, so as of now we don't have any. Okay, so when this is being created, actually the user is not going to create. So whenever we are creating any material under the gift set, all these child components are being added under the bomb header where the usage is 1. Okay, so if you see where the usage is 5, the bomb header, I mean the bomb items will be null. Okay, but if you go and check with this usage 1, we'll be having the bomb items. So you can see these are the bomb items, I mean the child components for the gift set material which is being created from the wizard and which has been added as a bomb item. Like I said already, see how these child components are being related to this material is like through bomb headers and bomb items. But for the gift set, we are having the two bomb headers. So under which bomb header we need to add is like, so always we should add under the bomb header where the usage is 1 and where the usage is 5, it won't be having anything. Okay, now yeah, so what I'm going to do, just I'm going to submit this material. So just I'm going to submit this material. So while submitting this material, okay, so what we are doing is like we are creating the SBOMs. So creating the SBOM is nothing but, so under bomb header where usage is 5, we are creating the bomb items. You can see for this material, we have two bomb headers. Okay, we have two bomb headers. Okay, and where the bomb header usage is 1, so underneath we have 3 child materials. But after submission, some of the bomb items are being created, okay, under the bomb header where the usage is 5. So, but if you observe, only one material is being added. I mean, one child material is being added under bomb usage is 5. So this bomb item will be called as yes bomb item. Okay. And why we are creating only one? Among these 3, why we are choosing only one? Just we are taking the FUT material alone. If you see, I mean, you might have observed in the wizard creation of the wizard itself. So these two are the components, and this one is the material. So during submission, see only the material which is being child of the gift set is being taken, and it has to be created under the bomb header where usage is 5. So that will be called as yes bomb items. Okay. So similarly for the multipack material also will be having this thing. Okay. So any doubt for this? Hello.
No, Mohan.
No. Yeah. Yeah. That's. Okay. Just we'll have a quick look how the data is being collected. Okay. So actually, we are having kind of JSON structure. Okay. So in this JSON structure, just we are wrapping the data which is being collected from the wizard. Okay. So if you look at the wizard, so we have the top level row, underneath we have the component and we have the title. Okay. So this is the new material which we are going to get created. And so we have 3 parameters in an variable. So there is one variable. So that is new material and the existing material and new existing material. Okay. So how it is going to be different here is like, yes. Okay, so these are the existing material. So which means these are the material which has been already linked to the release. So if there is such thing, anything related to this release, so while navigating to wizard itself, we'll be having some of the details under this existing material attribute. Okay, and now if I click on existing material, if I'm going to add any of the things and all the related changes are being I mean, all the related are being collected and populated under this new existing material variable. And if I click on new material here, okay, so there is a new material attribute. Okay, so in the new material attribute, so we'll be collecting those details. So there is a variable which contains new material variable, existing material variable, and new existing material variable, which contains the array of elements. So under the new material, we are having, so for each and every element, we are having the values. What are the required values that we need? Okay. And if it is having in any child component, that child component, again, if you see, it will be an array of elements. And we have the title. So the title, again, it's an array of elements. So if you see in the first row, we are collecting the template name, that is UHD and the template ID, and territory we are getting, and the special version product account we are getting. Okay. And yeah, these are the details we are getting. And we have the component here. Okay. So component. So if I have added only one component, so which means the component itself array of element, and under the component, again, we are collecting the template. So what are the details there in this second level? So all these details being collected in the wizard, I mean, collected and populated, and we are wrapping up like this. I mean, how I am showing. Similarly, the title. So the title also, what are the details we have here? So like title name, season. Actually, here you see it is null. What we are doing, we are just doing because the user is not going to edit the season number and JVM only npm number. Just we are going to show what title we have chosen. Those system and JVMPM we are going to show here. So just we are directly using the LDS service and just we are showing it. So this is how we are collecting the material in the wizard. Okay. And so while click on next, okay, while click on next, what happens? We are sending this detail to the Apex method and we are populating. And like I said, right, we are calculating the label code. I mean, we are deriving the standard security fields, naming convention. So all the logics being performed here. And while returning from the wizard, I mean, while returning from the Apex class, so we will get the additional information. Okay. So here you can see here. Okay, in the first screen, we have only these details like template, special version, pack type. But after clicking on the second, I mean, clicking on the next button, okay, you can see the video version name and the video version is being created. Okay, and you can see the sublabel code. Where is label code? Yeah, you can see the label code. Similarly, under the components, like we have the name, the component names. So all this being created. Okay, so just I'll show the result. So this is the main component which is being used, and this is the main array. Okay. We have only 3 variables. And so while click on next, so this is the method which is being called while click on next material. I mean next button in the wizard. Okay, and just we are passing the collected variable as a string. Okay, so what are the variables is being collected from the screen one? Okay, this detail we are passing here, it is a string, and just we are passing the release ID. Okay, and we have the wrapper class. Okay, so what are this is a wrapper class. I mean, how the details are collected in the wizard in such a way that it has to be properly handled in the Apex class as well. So in such we have created a wrapper class. So yeah, during click on next, just we are deserializing the response with the wrapper class. Okay. And after deserializing, just we are separating the first level comp. I mean, this is the first mix, the first level materials. Okay, and what is being collected first level, it's being added to the material list. Okay, what are the materials being created in the wizard? So if you see here, in the first level also we are adding the material, and in the component level also we are adding the materials. Okay, so both are being added to one materials. Okay, and just we are calling the methods. So I mean, for naming convention, we have the separate class, and just we are passing the materials, and just we are running the naming convention, and we are creating the video version. Based on the video version, we are doing some defaults. So what are the materials is being created from the what to say? I mean, what are the materials are requesting from the wizard? So for all the materials, we need to do some defaulting. So which is being done here. Okay, and see the same method is being called while triggering, while creating the material from the standalone page. Okay, so which will triggers and which will call the material for the naming convention, similarly for default from the video version. So the same method we are leveraging here and we are using. to populate the default method. Yeah, such kind of things we are doing here. And after performing the defaulting, and again, what we are doing, we need to unwrap it. I mean, again, we need to send it back. So if you see here, the material wizard, okay. I mean, the materials from the wizard. So this variable contains both component as well as the first level material. But while sending back, okay, while sending back to the wizard, so it should be properly sent. So this is the component material. I mean, this is a component material. So which is being created under this parent material. Okay. So there is some a logic we written here, like we are using the external IDs. So based on that, we are remapping it and we are sending this wrappers, I mean the same JSON structure to the screen. Okay. And yeah, from the screen to with these details, if the user is editing, the corresponding change has been and I mean the corresponding change has been updated in the corresponding attribute. So if I'm changing this name, then the component name is being changed there. Okay. So one thing you can observe here is like the naming convention should be populated during the creation of the material. But if you're creating from the wizard, we'll click on the next itself, the naming convention. I mean the naming convention logic runs, and we'll click on create. Okay, well, click on create. We should not run the naming convention logic. So there are a lot of things which is being the logics. Like if you create the standalone material, okay, all the logics are being run at a time. But if you are creating from the wizard, some of the logics like naming convention and default field from the video versions. Okay, so these things, okay, are splitted. Like, well, click on next. Some of the logics in the material are being performed, and some of the logics are not being performed. We'll click on create from the wizard. Okay. So the one example is like the naming convention. So it is being calculated. I mean, it's being performed. Only click on next, not on create. Okay. So, any doubt as of now?
No, Mohan. No.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So this is all about visa. Okay. So this is all about this application. How all the materials. I mean, how the release being created, how materials, how video version, how BOM item, how it is, what is it? I mean, we have seen all the logics, like while creating from the standalone, how we are creating, and from the wizard, how we are creating the video versions, VBOMs, BOM headers and BOM items. And separately, we have seen the submission of materials, and separately, we have seen submission of video versions. Now we'll just look how submit all for approval. Okay, so basically it is from the release. Okay, so if this is a release, if I am submit all for approvals, so what does it mean is like, so all the related details related to this release, if I'm going to submit this release, okay, all the related details like video versions and VBOMs and materials and titles, everything should get submitted together. Okay, so first thing is like release. So release. So the release should get submitted because just a moment, just a moment. Yeah, sorry. So if I'm going to submit this release is having the title. Okay. So let app pitch for. Okay. So the title on the release. Title on the release should get submitted, and this release will be having material. So how we are considering it's having the material is like, so this is a release which I'm going to submit, and it is having the release material. Through this release material, how many materials we have? So for example, if you are having 3 materials, so material 1. Okay, so for example, material 3, material 4. Okay, so I need to take all these 3 materials. So I'm going to submit this release, and this release is having the release material. So and this release materials, like we used to have 3 release material. Okay, and these 3 release material will be having these 3 materials. So I need to submit these 3 materials, and these 3 materials will be having the video version. ZPA3. Okay. So these 3 video versions I need to submit. The one thing here you should understood like is that this title should get submitted if it is not submitted. Similarly, the video version, if not submitted. Okay. And along with this, so like if not submitted, we'll be submitting the video version. So we have the scenarios, right? During the submission of video version, what are the default should happen? Like, yeah, we have this custom metadata. During the submission, we need to submit the ZPVR as well as we'll be submitting the VBOM as well. Okay, from the custom metadata. So this logic needs to be performed during the submission of video version. And along with that, okay, and along with this, so this ZPVS will be having the VBOM items. So assume that ZPVR1 is having VBOM1 and VBOM2. Yeah, this both will get submitted. So already we have the logic. So when the ZVR is submitted, what we are doing here, these 2 VBOMs will also will get submitted. Okay. In addition to that, so these VBOMs will be having some titles. Title 2. If these titles are not submitted, then title on the VBOMs. So this title, if it is not submitted, then we need to submit. Yeah. So I'll click on submit all for approval. Okay. So all these records, I mean, all these object records needs to be submitted. And we know how it is being related. So there is a release. We are submitting the release and title on this release. So through this material, we are submitting the material. I mean, through this release material, we are submitting this material. So along with this material, we are submitting the video version, which is linked to this material. Okay. Which is only linked to this material. We are submitting this video version. So along this video version, VBOM is getting submitted. Along this VBOM, the title, if it is not submitted, so those things will get submitted. And here we have 2 scenarios like full submit and partial submit. Right, and partial submit. So what does mean by full submit is like, so in the material, okay, let us take this material. So we have the field sets. So for submitting the material, okay, what are the required fields are there? Okay, if all the fields are there, if all fields are available, okay, so yeah. So you can see here, right? So these are the field sets. So for the full submit, we have defined some of the fields under this field set. Okay. If all the fields are having the value, so then we are performing the full submit. Okay. If we have the partial submit, there are type mandatory, I think. Yeah, this is a partial submit. Okay. Here, what are the fields which is not required for the submission? Okay. So for example, let me open this as well. Mhm. Yeah. So these are the fields which are required to submit the material. If then all the fields are available, if you are performing the submit from the release, then we are calling it as a full submit. And when all these values on the material is having values, but out of this, if video version and MPM, only these two is not having the values and others are having the values. Okay, then we can do the partial submit. Okay, and if out of these two, if video version and MPM, out of these two, if any of the other product language, any material, I mean the case type, if any of the things not having the value, then we cannot perform submit. So this is the difference between the full submit and the partial submit. Okay, so in all the objects, it is being defined like video version. So what are the things required? What are the required for the full submit, and what are the things required for the partial submit? Okay. So let us just check. Let me try here to submit all materials. Okay. So you can see like in the release, we have the deal is missing. So then we need to choose the proper release here. Okay, so now I'll just populate the deal here. Okay. Okay, so which is being calculated based on US. Okay, let me take other material. This is this is also not on the day. Material is not on the day. It's perfect. Do this less. Yeah. So you can see here we have the deal now. Okay, now we can submit this one. See, you can see not all materials are requested. Please review those material which are still in draft. So which means like we have the visa. So if we have single material. and we have a gift set material, and we have this multi-pack material. Okay, so here the gift set material, what we did is like previously we just submitted it. Okay, so for explaining how the SBOM is being created, so I have submitted. So this material is not being submitted right now because which is being already submitted. So that we got error. And like you see here, this material, the multi-pack material, it's being submitted, and you can see this single material also will get submitted. So during the full submit, we are updating the JV status as well as we are updating this integration state. Okay, we are updating the integration state and we are updating the CCRB integration state. So these values we will be updating during the full submit. Okay, but if it is a partial submit, just we are updating the JV status to requested, and we are not updating the integration state. The integration state will remain pick me up. Okay. So, and all other things like VBOM. So here if you see, this is a gift set video version. So it is submitted. Yeah, it's already in changes pending. So then we cannot submit this. If it is not submitted, then it will get submitted. Yeah, the other stuff like so these details will get submitted. Okay, so how we are doing here is like, so actually this submit all for approval is a lightning button. So from this lightning Aura component, we are calling the flow. So from the flow, we are calling the Apex class. Okay, from the Apex class, we are validating all the things like what is it? Whether all the details on all these objects. Okay, whether all the details like material is having all the details, or video version is having all the details, or title, or the release is having all the details. Okay, that we are checking. And if we got any error, okay, from the Apex class, we are returning back. We are returning the error message to the Aura component, and we just we are showing it on the UI. Like what are the error we are getting? I mean, what are the missing details here? We have like we have seen, right, deal is missing. So those kind of error messages we are showing on the screen. And if it is not there, okay, so a minute, yeah, this is the flow we are invoked from the Lightning Aura component. And if all the details, if we are not getting any error, okay, then we are I mean, what we are doing, we are submitting the full, I mean, this is a flow which is being called, okay, to release here. From here, see, for submitting the title, we are calling the Apex action. For submitting the release, we are calling some Apex action. Similarly for the material. Okay, during the submission, if we got any error, and from the Apex class, we are capturing that. And yeah, just we are returning this error message to the screen. Okay, and from the screen we are showing that error. Okay, and the Apex class is like submit for I think. So this is the Apex class, which is being called during the submit all for approval. Okay, so we have created each and every method. Yeah, first thing is like for submit records. So we are just splitting all the records. Okay, so that is being collected in the flow. And yeah, if you have any errors, I mean, for submitting title, okay, we are calling the submit title method. So here what we are doing, if we are having any error, then we are not submitting, just we are showing it on the screen. Else we are submitting this title. Okay. So if we have any error on any object, we are not submitting it. Okay. Just we are stopping all the submission. And if we are good to go, yeah, we are submitting all the materials. And if it is partially been submitted or some of the materials are not being submitted, like we have got some error, right? Material is not some of the material is not being submitted. So why it is not being submitted is like one material it's already submitted. So that's why it's not submitted while submitting from the release. Okay, so message or in this Apex Plus or Studio. Okay. Yeah, any doubt in submitting the material or so far what we discussed?
No, Mohan. No question.
Yeah. So this is all about the Mercury application, like how the release is being created and other details, other related object records, how it is being created and how it is related, how it is being submitted. Okay, so yeah, I think we have reached our time and also we have completed all the topics from the RF Mercury. Yeah. Except the digital release, which I'm not sure it's handled by the separate team. So
I think
I don't know
we
whether
already, yeah, I think so. We already had a KT session for the digital release.
yes.
Yeah.
I
So,
think Karen,
Yeah, you already had a KD session from Sardi's team, right, Ashok, about digital release.
correct.
I think
Yeah,
for
what was the
Karen
thing?
pop is still pending, right?
Sorry,
The
Was that
Karen,
sorry, Nishit, I didn't get you.
I think the Karen pop is still pending, right? The car and
Yeah,
pop are still.
car and pop. I think that is totally handling by Bethany. Bethany will give you. Actually, we just help them. We are not fully involved on car and pop.
Okay.
Bethany can help you on that actually.
Yeah, POP mainly integration. Yeah, we will talk to Bethany on that. So coming back to this Mercury release force, what else, Dinakar, Nishit, you guys. I mean, one thing what I want to see is actually maybe in the next call, Vamsi, we'll
Yeah.
take a little more technical deep dive, meaning like John mentioned, you can walk us through the. I know there are some documentation, the notes, but then if Morgan can walk us through. Okay, when I do this is what is being triggered, and
Okay.
we call the flows. We can
Yeah.
quickly see it, and also I would like to see test classes, and I would like to see how you are generating the test class, data for the test class. Are you using any data factory or you are creating your own, data for test class? So if you can walk us through that, that will be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Ashok. Next session, maybe next week, we can plan that
Sure.
to show the technical flow, how it is going on, and all the test classes. And
Okay.
coming to test class part, yeah, almost all the test classes are covered with 80, 85%, 90%. Okay, I think there are some classes, only two classes are there, which are below 80%. Yeah, we are trying to make it that also above 80%. Most of the
Okay.
classes are 85% coverage. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, and only one technical is pending. Yeah, that next week we can take care of those. Is there
Okay.
anything else like you are expecting from us?
Yeah. So Vamsi, the main thing is, as I mentioned, right? We also wanted to know what are the new things that you guys are building. and also we need to give, so maybe that is not maybe required next week, but when everything is transferred to COE, we wanted to make sure that what are ticket in flight and what was
Yeah.
been built within that 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time frame, right?
Yeah, I think that can be done towards the end of the hypercare
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure, Vamsi, if you have any reports related to Mercury release force. If you have any, please let us know. And then I don't know if we have, gone through the security piece of it, meaning permission sets, profiles that are specifically created for this. If you can, show that briefly, that will be good.
Yeah, Ashok, actually permission sets we are not using more. Only one permission set is there. That is also named as Uni request permission set. And we are using the old release force profiles only. So there is no much part in that part related to the access. And
Okay.
there is a sharing settings are there. Yeah, that I think you are already aware of that. And maybe I can ask Quran to join once and to explain you about the sharing settings.
Yeah.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
And
Yeah.
Ashok, just to let you know, on a release force, it's 90% of the sharing settings is being used, okay, on that object. So I just wanted to let you know that,
No, yeah, there are some cleanups activity that needs to happen. Yeah.
yeah. So
yeah,
no, I'm set.
my
Yeah.
Yeah, my next statement is that Ashok, I think John and Ashok has to take care of this. There are a lot of Teslas are there which we need to clean up, and there are a lot of stuff related to the sharing settings and roles, and as well as the permission sets are there which we need to take care to. There's a cleanup
Yeah. So,
activity.
so regarding that, did Michelle or someone gave you any instruction? I think we already spoken to Michelle once. So basically, for the destructive package, we need help, from your team to identify all the components that can be, put in the package for destruction.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
No, we don't have any instruction on that for what we have to do for removing all those things which are not required for
But
destructive
Vamsi,
package.
I do remember that we have lot many duplicate fields on the object. So I do know for sure that it has been 3 months that we are talking that we wanted to do the
Yeah,
destructive,
for the
but we haven't done that.
fields for the configuration level, yeah, sure, I can help you on that.
No,
I
no,
can
it's
give you
no,
the
we need the destructive XML because that was part of one of the things that is required.
yes. That's the
So,
configuration part.
yeah, so Vamsi, when, John, we will connect offline, and maybe we will set up a call with Michael Williamson and Michelle Kua to talk about, the action plan for the destructive package.
Yeah, correct. Because Ashok, at initially we need to because there are so many duplicate fields in production, John, on each as well as on each object. We really have to clean that up, and I keep on asking Michelle in the during our Scrum call, and the answer that I get from the team is, "Oh, we have other high priority tickets, so we are working on that. We will let you know once these high priority tickets are
Okay. Okay.
complete."
Yeah. John, maybe in the next Mercury release post call, if we can join and we can, check out
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Ashok, just the thing, and guys, I pulled stuff from your board, your REL board. We still got, last time I pulled, we still had a significant number of defects. So, but I don't know if all of them are true existing defects still, because some of them were opened a while ago. So, probably going to need to cull that with some of you guys and just walk through them and say, is this still legit? We've done this many releases since then, you know, that type of thing. So,
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah. So John, I think yeah, we'll talk to Michelle about the cleanup processes.
yeah,
Both
I
for
just think we probably need to groom the backlog. Probably, you know how it
yeah,
goes. You're busy working on a project. The stuff got fixed, but maybe it never got closed. It's just, and then we never saw it again, the problem, those types of things.
sure.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Uh,
Thank
Thanks.
yeah, we'll come up with a plan next week for the technical flow details.
Yes,
Okay.
thank
Thanks everyone.